Welcome to Oral Tradition. Here with me today are three wonderful, adorable children, and we're going to be discussing coronavirus. This is a very special edition today on Oral Tradition. So sit back and enjoy the discussion. Children need to express themselves about the things that are happening during this coronavirus with them. So enjoy the discussion. Okay, welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Wonderful kids, welcome. And we're going to start from
My name is
you.
Bertram
Introduce
Edwards.
yourself.
My name is Bertram Edwards. I'm 12 and I'm in the 7th grade.
Okay, my name is Brandon Edwards. I am 12. I'm also going to the 7th grade. Yeah, that's it. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Yeah.
I'm Skyler, I'm 8 years old, and I am in 2nd grade.
Okay, wonderful. Happy to have you here today.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
And
Stay
I
tuned.
just want to ask you, what do you think about the coronavirus when you hear about all these people dying? How does that make you feel, Bertram?
Well, that makes me feel kind of sad inside because people are dying from a virus that shouldn't even exist. It's just I don't know if it was a mistake or anything, but yeah, I just feel bad inside because a lot of people died from a virus.
Do you know of anybody who died from the virus, Brandon? Have you heard about anybody who died from this virus, or do you know anyone who actually died from it?
I think I know. I don't know. But my mom's manager for the building, her cousin died due to coronavirus and diabetes, and I think that's like one of the things. Cause okay, so if you know you have a disease and like something like diabetes or like something like that can easily mess up that can easily mess up your chance of literally not having corona or like getting better from it. You're not that 20% that can survive. You're gonna be that 80%. You're gonna be that 80% that ends up dying from the coronavirus. So I'm just saying, if you have a disease, try and get it like away. I mean, a disease. I don't know if some can get like away. Some stay with you for the rest of your life. So that's really on you. But I just know somebody that had it and they died from it, and it was like sad. Couldn't go to the funeral because it's obviously quarantine. So yeah.
Skyler, what do you think about social distancing? How does that make you feel?
What I think about social distancing is that I kind of feel bad because we can't see our friends from school. At school we used to have something called we used to do morning meetings, and we used to all sit in a circle, and then we used to all say what we want for the day and set goals for the day. And then now we can't even do that anymore, and now we have to do online, and sometimes we have to do a chat online, and what we use is called Hangouts, and some people can't even join because they don't even have like the app, and they have to download it. Some people even have to pay for the download. And
What kind of apps do they use?
people could use Hangouts, like I said, Zoom, Skype, all kinds.
Okay, another interesting question that I have for you guys. What do you think about wearing masks?
Okay, for me, wearing masks is a good thing and a bad thing. So really, okay, it's about the material you kind of use. So when you use like certain materials, such as things that can like clog up with like the kind of air you breathe, you want those masks that's not too cheap, not too expensive, because you don't know what material they use. You buy things from Amazon and they said like, yo, you could get this for like this free deal, and then you just go ahead and get it, but you gotta know the material. One time my mom bought like a whole bunch of masks, like colorful designer masks of like from somebody, and she looked, and then it's like literally like it's like cotton that's like into it, and they flatten it out, and it's like they put too much layers on them and they don't put too much layers on them. So some of them are like uneven and you can't breathe in them. You can breathe in some, you can breathe in too much, and like you can easily like blow through it, and you can like feel the air going through, coming in and out. So I have a problem with that. You gotta know the material you use or make your own.
Okay, very good suggestion. What do you think about wearing masks, Skyler?
What I think about wearing masks is like when we wear masks, just like Brendan said, like we shouldn't like. I think that like we shouldn't wear them unless we're around people. Because if you're going like into a backyard and you're just playing by yourself, but you could wear all you have to do is wear gloves and just wear something around your nose just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Because your mouth it doesn't really do anything, and and when you're around people, that's the only time you're going to need a mask.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you don't know them, you're going to need a mask.
Mm-hmm. So you don't think we should wear masks all the time, even because some people wear it in the house, or if they're walking on the street by themselves, they still wear a mask. So you think only when you're around people you should wear a mask?
And
I agree.
And like when you're in the house 24/7, and you don't need a mask unless you're going out.
Exactly.
So like unless you're going out to play or something, like if you're a kid like me and you're going out to play, you do not need a mask. If you're playing by yourself, you just need some gloves, and you could even use something to cover your nose if you want to be extra protective.
Mm-hmm.
And like.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you want to say, Bertrand?
Well, what I think about masks is like it can be good but not good, because one, it can stop your breathing if you have it on too long, and sometimes it can prevent the virus coming through your nose hole or your mouth hole. So I would say it's like 50-50, because it can like sometimes not helpful, but sometimes it is helpful.
Okay. I want to know your feelings about the quarantine. When they say stay home, you can't go to school, you can't go to the park, you can't go anywhere. Your parents is not going to take you to the supermarket because, you have to wait online and you can't be around a lot of people at the same time. So when you were quarantined, how did that make you feel, and what were you doing during that time?
Okay, so I can speak for myself. I can't speak for nobody else. But during my time in quarantine, when I first heard it was happening, the first thing I felt was like enjoyment, because I needed a break from school. All the educators at school, they're not hard, but like they're going you crazy for the work you bring in or the work you produce. I produce good work, but it's kind of a little stress on me, a little bit, not much. So now it's a different like mood, because like I miss my friends. I miss the fun we used to have in class. I miss the joke we used to have in class. I miss the goofballs in our class. I miss going outside. I miss having like to stick around school a little bit when I have to go to my mom's house because I don't have to come here with Bertram. I miss like having a lot of fun with my friends at the same time. So the fact that I'm home and I can only see them virtually is like such a challenge that most kids face. And kids, I'm not saying like ADHD kids are dumb, but I know they have like an urge to play. I'm not saying that's wrong, but you have an urge to play, and I feel like there should be like a place or like a thing where like somewhere you can just get relaxed. And you're kind of way relaxed, like play relaxed or calm relaxed. So that's what I feel about the quarantine.
Okay, you Bertram, tell me how.
So what I feel about quarantine is, at first I was very excited to get a break off of school, because every kid needs a break off of school. It's kind of stressing, well, a little bit. But then after a little while, I started to realize it's kind of hard to just stay in the house 24/7. You can't leave, you can't go anywhere. And I need fresh air sometimes. I need my lungs to breathe. So it was kind of hard to like stay home all the time. And whenever you gotta go outside, you gotta put on a mask, a heavy mask, or else you're gonna catch a virus like to you.
Yeah, that sounds depressing. So how do you see quarantine, Skyler?
So quarantine can be a good thing and a bad thing, but I think it's a bad thing because it's not really a bad thing to me, in my opinion, I don't think it's all that bad, but I think it's kind of bad because people are getting a virus and it's just really hard losing people, especially people that you know and you love, especially when you. For me and my class, we can only do virtual, like we can only see each other every Tuesday and Thursday, and the fact not being able to see them 5 days a week, like how we are in school, it's just really hard for me.
Wow.
And like, I think it's also kind of good because like, it can bring out talent in people. Like, for example, I never knew I can dance, and I never knew I could dance. And I used to think it was all about gymnastics for me, but then I noticed that gymnastics and dance are pretty much the same thing. It's just dancing and doing gymnastics.
So you learned something while you were in quarantine, dancing, and you realized you were a good dancer. Did you learn anything, Brandon, while you were home?
Yeah.
What
I
did you learn?
learned that I can, you know how I have this disturbance in math. I'm not really good at math.
Okay.
I gotten way
We
better
only
at
have a
it.
few minutes left. Yeah.
Okay, I got way better at it. I think everybody learned something in this time of quarantine. If you haven't learned something, don't blame you because you probably did like slang game. Not saying you are, but just do something to help yourself around the place. Try to educate yourself more.
Okay. One last thing.
Well-
What did quarantine do? What did you learn? Quickly.
Well, one thing that I learned in quarantine is that school is actually fun.
Oh wow! Wonderful.
All right.
So we have come to the end of our discussion. So
Like,
share,
Share
leave a comment.
And leave a comment.
and subscribe.
subscribe. All right, that was us, man. All right, wait. Let me see one thing. Let me see what I'm saying. Yo, don't be stingy with the like button, alright? Chill, though, man.
Okay, add me on Snapchat.